check the car you're in, the car you're driving, or pretty much the car you parked is locked. So I gotta walk back to the car right now. So pretty much, this has been a really cool week. Let me tell you about all the cool, exciting things that happened this week for me. All right, so let's see. Today is Sunday, June 23rd. Well, now it's, I guess, Monday, June 23rd, because now it's after 12 o'clock, so now it's pretty much the day after. So this is a masking tape penguin. Right, I'm see if I can hold this steady as possible. I have to go back and check my car, make sure I lock the door, because sometimes you forget to lock the door, people remember that you forgot to lock the door, and they'll check the door for you. They'll do kind services, making sure all your doors are locked, which are great, because I need to have all my doors. Let me check my door, make sure my door is locked. And again, I'm parked like a million blocks away. All right, good, door's locked. All right, cool. So once again, I'm parked a million blocks away from my house. Hold on a second, let's switch hands. This hand, hold this in this hand. Alright, and hopefully I don't make sounds that are clanky. So here we go, I'm going to tell you a story as I'm walking home. This is a penguin, I made this penguin. We went to Hall of Science on Friday, right? And so the Hall of Science started just making this penguin. So I decided to go ahead and paint it. So because today was a day where I got a chance to actually deliver some creatures to customers. So what happens, like whenever I deliver creatures or deliver any sculptures, I kind of like try to like make a little video and I put it together on Instagram. So this here is a penguin. I'll take a good look at it real quick. See what it looks like. Nice and sharp. It's a penguin. And I gave him a book bag because, customarily I do a lot of gig work with this work. I didn't do any gig work this week. I didn't do any gig work. So on the fifth day, what that means, just kind of go for a walk. On the fifth day, what that means is that's actually, reference to my Dinosaur Candid story. If you ever get a chance to look at some of the art that I did for Dinosaur Candids, that's one of those things where, you get a chance to actually see some of the cool art that I've been doing. It all started Dinosaur Candidates, right? It started back in the day when I was dealing with insurance, right? Back in 2015. I was working in an insurance company, and the insurance company I was working with, right? It was like several of them. It was so stressful for me because what happens is that, when you work in insurance companies, not all the time, but usually insurance companies have this thing about like how they don't want to, pay out what's owed. This car is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is a beautiful car. Yes, it is. Beautiful car. And so what happens, they don't want to pay it what's owed. So because of that, the people tend to suffer. So you have a situation where the people suffer and they don't get what they're supposed to get. So if you're an insurance agent and you have a soul, then what happens is that when it comes to a situation like that, where people are not getting what they're paying for, you start feeling bad. So anyway, 2015, I started working on a project called Dinosaur Candidates. And it was about, like, during the time when, it wasn't connected, but it's kind of similar to when Trump and Hillary were running for president. And so what happened was there was a fish, and then there was a dinosaur, and it was a whole lot of stuff, the whole story. But anyway, so what happens, the fifth day was pertaining to a situation where there was a terrorist organization, which is like the undersea organization of like sea creatures, right? Because what happens, you have a sea creature situation where, see penguin, it was like, so anyway, so what happens is like the sea creature situation is this. Don't get run over. And then so what happens is like you have this scenario where you are, they have an organization where the fifth day, right, on the fifth day of creation, God created the sea creatures and the birds and the sea creatures, right? So on the fifth day of creation, they were perfect. The world was perfect, well, almost perfect, because on the sixth day of creation, God created all the land creatures and humans. So they have a thing. Their theory was, had it not been for, the sixth day, the fifth day would have been a perfect day, because everything before that was perfect, right? So now you have it where the situation is like, here it is. No, I think I have a light, don't I? I have a light, don't I? I have a light. Let me put a light on so we can get this light. Oh goodness, I have light. Oh goodness, all this time I had light. Well, okay, let's do this. Let's really do this now. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a light. Okay, cool. So what happens this, right? So the fifth day, all this time I had a light. Who knew? So anyway, so what happens the fifth day was an organization of all the sea creatures who rallied against all the land animals. And because of the Noahic flood, where Noah's flood flooded the world, they decided to try and flood the world again. And so that was one of the villains of the story that the sea creatures had to deal with, well, the land creatures had to deal with as a potential threat. Oh, my kids also made slippers. See right there? They made slippers. We call it Slippy. The hat for this thing is in my bag. So anyway, so this is, I don't know what kind of penguin it is because I just made it and designed it. So for the most part though, we're just gonna walk home. And I have a light all this time. Imagine I could have done this before. You know, you guys could have had, anybody could have told me this in the chat. I got lights. Anyway, so this is a walk home, shall we? So here. So anyway, what happens is, like, you know, the scenario is I got a chance to make a sculpture, a couple of sculptures, because what happened was, like, one of the things, a person asked me to make it for them, and they gave me pictures of their, like a 2D picture of their drawing that someone made that someone had, right there. I guess their daughter had, and they gave me the pictures through email and through chat. Well, through email and through Messenger, and I was able to, like, look at it and see it from different perspectives. Well, just from one perspective, really. And from a 2D perspective, profile perspective, I was able to recreate a whole 3D image. And so that's kind of good because the first time I started doing this, right? When I started doing this, it started back in the day where I was working with here's the stupid bikes again. Okay, so what happens, like, I was working with this situation where I had the when I first started, I learned how to sculpt the creatures. I was watching, like, my boy Marcos Makes, right, on his channel. He was, I always give a shout out to him. What happened was that he would use one profile of a dinosaur to form a sculpture, which is, when you think about how difficult it is, you only have two legs, one leg on one side, like a front leg and a back leg, and from there you got to make a 3D sculpture. And so, you know, it's like playing a video game on the difficult level. So if you play a video game on a difficult level, you can beat a video game. You can beat a video game very easily if you just know how to keep it together, you know. So what happens is, like, so you play the hardest level first, and when you do that, now you can beat all the easier levels. So that's why I saw him do when he made a Spinosaurus, you know. And then so that was kind of the first thing. So I was able to take the information, and then from there I was able to take the information and put it to the test, and I was able to take a picture of an object that doesn't really exist, to make it into a three-dimensional object, which is fun because, you know, it's kind of cool. If you can do that, you can do a lot of stuff, because I learned back when I was a kid how to do that. Anyway, so enough about me talking about this stuff. Let's talk about some of the cool things. Dear friends, I was thinking about some of the cool things that happen. Got to go to Hall of Science, and I love the Hall of Science. It's a wonderful place. It's like, you know, it was one of those places that when I was growing up, I totally fell in love with. I would go there, like, whenever I got a chance after school, because it's not too far from where I live. So I would go over there and just hang out there till closing time. And it was different things then. It wasn't as sophisticated as today, and it wasn't as robust and well funded, I guess. Well, not so much well funded, but I mean, it was funded a little differently. So now it's like a situation where it's like, this is the situation where it's not as well. It's good. It's really good, and I love it. So hopefully, I hope that one day have a gallery there and be able to have, like, a setup there, because, you know, when we were at the Hall of Science, you know, it was like they had a wing, and I was talking about this, like, you know, on my Instagram, how we went there several years ago, back before the pandemic happened in 2020. There was a gentleman there by the name of Nathan Sawaya, and he was doing a Lego exhibit, right? And his Lego exhibit was one of those things where he had all these Legos. He was a lawyer. He got tired of a lawyer life and decided to take his creativity on the road. And what he did was that he decided just to go ahead and make like Legos, and to use his Legos for to show people that they too can be creative. Now, I don't know, Legos are kind of expensive, you ask me. I like them. I used to have them as kids. I still have my Legos. My kids now have them. But when it broke down to it, he took the money he made as a lawyer, and he used that money to make more Legos, you know, to make Legos and buy same color Legos. And he made all these sculptures, right, that were of beauty. The wind's starting to pick up. Of beauty. And what he did was that he was able to take it, and then from there, let me see if we can get it in focus. Yeah, good. So he's able to take it of beauty, and let's see the other side too. It's like, you know, yeah, I did the patterns, by the way. See the patterns? It's pretty cool. By the way, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you want to, please feel free to give a super chat. God knows I could use the money. God knows I could use the help. God knows that we're, making content is always one of those things. So for the most part, this is one of those situations where it's like as you're going through a situation, it's like, hello, good day. And then so you have this thing where it's like he was making all these cool Legos, right? These cool Lego situations, that's Lego sculptures, right? I'm gonna walk up the big block. I don't want to walk up the big block, but I will. So what happens is that he's made all these cool Lego stuff, and as he's doing this, right, he has this thing where he makes the cool statues again. He makes like all the cool like a swimmer or full-size person, right, or full-size T-Rex, all out of Legos, right? And so when he does that, he has people come in and see it, and they have a bucket so you can actually do some Lego stuff as well as it links back to who he is. And I'm like thinking I can do this, but this was back in 2020. I had just started doing the whole masking tape art stuff, and I saw him do that. I didn't see him, never met him personally, but I saw his work. His name is at Nathan Sawaya, Sawaya, Sawaya is his name. And I saw the work that he was doing, and it was amazing. It was tremendous, It's one of those things. So I was saying to myself that if I could just see that he did this, and he was at the Hall of Science, right? And the Hall of Science, and he's doing this. Okay, I gotta be careful across the street, so hold on. I won't talk. Crossing the street. 7, 6, let me get across the street before I get run over. Okay. Get my butt across the street. Okay, now. So, this is the situation. Across the street. Thank you so much for watching, by the way. Okay, so what happens is that he was making all these cool Legos. I said that, and he did this, and I saw, if he can do this, I can do this. And so, from 2020 to this very day, I've been working on different sculptures, right? Working on different sculptures. To just kind of like looking at, cultivating powerful voices through music and academics. Start today. Voice Charter School, Long Island City. That's pretty cool, man. All right, so cool. So what happens is this, right? So he was doing this really cool thing, and I said, if he can do it, I can do it. And so from that day to this day, I've been always trying to like set up like my own art gallery. So this penguin, right? This penguin here that I have in my hand. This penguin, I made him at the Hall of Science. Right, and I finished making him. So I didn't add the book bag until like today, but for the most part, this penguin was made at the Hall of Science, and I got pictures of with him there. And it was like, and when I was painting up the last sculpture for the people that were requesting it, I gave him a paint coat. Then also I gave him all these cool patterns that are really cool and like very, very tribal penguin paint, I guess. But for the most part, that what happened was like it represents like. This is like something I really would like to do. I like to have a gallery of my art that I can actually go and do stuff. Now, I don't know, someone always said don't tell people what you're going to do as your goals because it kind of holds you to it. But at the same time, though, there's opportunity. It's like when you intend to do something, sometimes you got to declare it. But we have been working at that. We've actually been doing the markets, and we've been going to galleries, and we've been featuring galleries, and being able to talk to people. And it's been one of those things where I'm really proud of the fact that, an idea, I'm happy something as simple as masking tape can really bring not only happiness to people, but also encouragement, and that people can see that. Let me turn off the light for a second. So, here we go. Okay, so what happens is like, you have it where, for the most part though, you can really encourage people, and you can really encourage people to try something new, try something different. And that's where I think is really cool, because this, my friends, is a simple piece of masking tape, right? But it's years and years of Legos and making stuff and talking to people and going through different situations and different jobs, and a representation of just like hard work, representation of just making something that's durable and flexible and bendable, but yet it holds the shape, I'm going to do some more paint for it, but my friends, I want to thank you so much for just watching my show, for watching me share with you and talk with you about all these cool things. It's like, if you ever have an idea, please definitely, we want me to make something for you as a commission, please let me know, because I could do commission pieces and we can make anything. So I have 2 more pieces I'm going to be working on next couple of days. It's going to be actually a really complex pieces that with people in it. And so I'm going to probably put that primarily to my members channel. But yeah, please definitely let me know. You can follow me on Instagram, One Life Must Art. My family, we do this together. We artists, and we're able to make art that makes people happy. So, but for the most part though, one of the things is like, I'm going to just kind of like do the last bit of walking till I get to my house. So here it goes. I'm going to give you the walk-in effect. So here it goes, okay? Give you that cool. You can make sure it's in focus. Okay, good. And then I just kind of walk. You'll get hit by a car now. It'd be kind of messed up, but it'd be so messed up, right? Get hit by a car as you're walking home. Or a bike. So this is the... And remember, on the 5th day. So the 5th day is an organization is designed to reflood the earth so that the land animals were not able to live on it. Because they say all land animals don't give anything to the sea except trouble. And all the sea creatures give so much to the land, you know? Whereas the land creatures the sea creatures don't need anything from the land creatures at all. So they said, why not just flood them? That's what the sea creature says. So on the 5th day, it was like long live the 5th day. If you look at dinosaur candidates, hashtag dino candidates, so dinosaur candidates on my Instagram, you'll see like the whole series. It's like 1,000 episodes of dino candidates. But yes, my friends, I'm almost to my castle. And so this is the penguin. I haven't given him a name. Kids call him Slippy because he has this cool hat. Let me see if I can get this hat on for you. The cool Slippy hat. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Here's a cool Slippy hat. Oh yeah. Here's the cool hat for Slippy. Like this. So he's like, yeah boy, yeah boy. So there's like that. Or I could put it on backwards. Yeah boy. So then there's a Slippy. So yeah, so his hat also is made of masking tape. Because yeah, we can make clothing too, by the way. Clothing and backpacks, as you can see. But for the most part though, I enjoy the stuff we do. We really do. Let me just switch the camera back to me so you can see me. That I'm a normal person. Yeah, so I'm a normal person here. And see the creatures I made? So here it is. So this is just pretty much, I'm gonna like not get run over by this car right here. So let me just hold on for a second. Oh, my back. I want to say thank you, God, for this day. So this week, we did the Hall of Science. Yesterday was my anniversary. We celebrated our 22nd year of being married, my wife and I. And then today we were able to deliver 2 art projects and stuff. So that was really good. Hello. Today we delivered 2 art projects together. So that was great. Hello, good evening. And then so what happens was like we did that. And then now tomorrow we're going to go spend time with some more friends. And I haven't done Roadie for a little bit because Roadie's been kind of ridiculous lately. But for the most part though, it's one of those things where I just thank God that, you know, get a chance to actually make some art and make some money with art. So this week was like Monday we did like I did this thing with the homeschool group and I brought a class out. That was on Monday. And Tuesday we went to the Guggenheim and I was able to bring some of my art before the Guggenheim and made some sales there. Wednesday was oh look, there's like a cat like right there. And Wednesday let me show you the cat real quick. Let me show you. There's a cat right here. Let me show you this cat. Hello, cat. Hello, cat. Come back. Alright, so cat left. Okay, so come back. So anyway, so what happens is like, you know, then Wednesday was the Guggenheim. Tuesday was the Guggenheim. Wednesday was working on sculptures and working on sculpts. Thursday I went to hang out at a person's house and I was able to make some sculptures there as well. Friday was a really good day. We went to the Hall of Science. Saturday, being yesterday, was celebrating my wife's anniversary, and the wife and I's anniversary. And then Sunday, we were able to deliver some packages, and so that's really cool. And then today, right now, I'm getting ready to get prepared for my next art project I'm gonna be working on. And tomorrow's gonna be a day we're gonna meet some more friends and some inspiration friends who are really an inspiration for us as well, who encourage us to do some of our art. But for the most part, though, it's like, you know, I could have parked here. Oh my word, I could have parked right here. You see what happens? Some of the neighbors, right? What they're doing? They're parking the car in such a way that takes up like spots. You know, instead of kind of parking together, where you have like it all together. Well, what they do is some people park in between spots, and it's really kind of a really horrible, not so nice, not neighborly thing to do, by the way. Because what happens? It means I gotta walk like, you know, how was it? 19 minutes from my car to come here to get to my house. So that's what it's like for me having one car. So I don't know. Might have to have a conversation with some of my neighbors about this, or be like, have to keep doing what I'm doing, or do like a nice walk and chat, who knows. But for the most part, that's one of those things where it's like, remember, be kind to your neighbors. You never know when they'll be talking about you on YouTube or something, right? So make sure you're good to your neighbors, so your neighbors are good to you. All right, so it's time I call it quits. I want to say thank you so much for your patience and for watching my channel for 20 minutes with me. So God bless you. I want to wish you all the best. Again, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up that you like what we're doing. If you like what we're doing, please let me know. I'm going to do another video in a couple of days. And I'm going to probably do another live. Probably do some of the live video of me. I was sculpting on, remember a couple of days ago, the people I was working on. So that person, I'm going to go finish it up. All right, so God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. And I wish you all the best. Have a good night, okay? So please support us. Like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. All right, bye. Have a good night.